Good
Hey.
evening.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey. So, it's been a minute.
It has.
Where your mic?
Oh. I told y'all my day.
She need them 12 drinks. She just
Well,
talking like,
that
hey.
explains the weeks leading up till today.
Right. Well, thank y'all for being here with me tonight for another episode of Session 35.
What episode?
I don't know.
38, ain't it?
I don't
Last time
know.
was 37.
Was it?
I think so.
I
I ain't
know.
trying to keep up no more. I ain't doing
Well, we got our very own Jen. She got her mic now.
I knew that's right.
it.
And then we have our very own Kira. And then we have our special guest to host tonight, Miss Lori Mack from 105 Bounce Detroit.
Yes. What up?
Thank you for hanging with us today.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes.
My first official on podcast. I've never been on a podcast. This is my official first day.
And that's crazy because you on radio all day, but you
Wow.
ain't been on a podcast.
I've never been on one. So I'm like, I love it. I would be honored. So
Oh
you
my
asked, I'm like,
God.
yes.
I didn't know that.
Oh, so you are first.
Okay. Right. Miss Lori Mack. Okay. I like that. All right. Jess was asking ladies how they was doing tonight, and they all was having a day.
Yes.
Jen over there talking with no mic. Lori Mack said, give me the drink now.
Give me the drink.
Kira just said, forget this.
I did.
She over here with her baby phone.
Don't do
I'm
that.
sorry.
You took the phone.
My phone went out. So
Oh,
I had to
okay.
get my
Okay.
phone.
I thought you took one. I thought we was snooping.
No.
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 She ain't snooping. She ain't snooping. So before we get into our topics tonight, of course, I just want to say again, thank you for our guest host for being here, Miss Lori Mack from 105 Bounce Detroit. I want to ask, how did you get into radio? Where
Oh
did that
my
come
God.
from?
School. I went to
Really?
like many people. I went to Specs Howard, like way back in I don't want to say how when I graduated, but
Okay.
I started from Specs, and then I did an internship over at Beasley Media. Now that's pretty much it's out in Ferndale, and it owns Kiss FM. It owns 105.1 The Bounce. It owns Praise, 101 Riff, and WCSX. So it owns a lot of stations. So I just started off just like anybody else, doing promotions, learning what I could, just getting in where I fit in. And then I started learning the board. So learning the board was the first thing I did. So I'm like, why not? If I make myself useful, then they'll have to keep me. So
That's right. Sure.
that's
Makes
literally where it
sense.
You put your
started, yeah.
thinking cap on
Yeah.
that.
Makes sense.
And then they just hired me in, like, oh yeah, we need you to work. I'm like, oh yeah,
Oh.
I'll come in. So yeah, I did the intern for like 3 months, and then I got hired in,
That's
Okay.
good.
and I've been
Yeah.
there for 6 years.
Okay.
You love it?
Congratulations.
I love it. I do.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. It's just I like it because you get a chance to express yourself. You're not reading from a script. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You just really get a chance to really just enjoy the environment, enjoy yourself, and enjoy the music. 'Cause that's my
Yeah.
main thing. I went in for the music. I didn't know what I was going for when I went in. I didn't want to.
that.
I wanted
Like
hip hop and R&B.
Okay.
I lucked up because you could wind up in country or rock.
Mhm.
Nothing wrong with that, but I got lucky. So, and then I got on air a couple years after that. So I did board hopping for about a few years, about 3 years, and then COVID hit. And then when COVID hit, I was still doing board hopping, but I'm like, can I be on the promotion team and stuff? And they was all like, yeah, sure. So I'm like, okay. So I started doing events here and there. It wasn't really much of nothing happening around COVID.
Right.
And then after that, I never went furlough. So a lot of our people went furlough there at the company because when the pandemic hit, everybody couldn't work. So furlough pretty much meant you couldn't work until we call you.
Oh, wow.
And you didn't do that.
I didn't do that. I was lucky. I got a chance to stay.
That's good.
So I worked the whole way through the pandemic, but it was limited hours.
How was it working with the limited hours? How was that?
It was bad. It was pretty bad. I mean, I did still get a little bit of unemployment like everybody else. I took advantage,
Of course.
But it was good though. I wouldn't change it for the world. And I'm just trying to elevate now. I've been on air for 2 years.
Okay.
And I've done every position. I filled every position before I got my own. So I
Okay.
done the morning, midday, evenings, weekends.
It's just all enterprise women.
Everything.
That's right.
One, you like one better?
I love the midday. If I had to choose, I would choose either the midday or the evenings because people really, they're coming home from work, school, vibing. They want to listen to you. They listening to everything, get a chance to really get that audience. So it's hard, but I'm on the weekends though. I'm on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday 3 to 7, Sunday 10 to 3.
Okay.
Yes.
I have to check her out.
Yes,
Right.
congratulations
Me,
to you.
all
right. We have
I
to.
pray that journey just go as big as you want it to go.
Yes. I think it's a
Yes.
process though. You got to be patient. That's for sure.
I was just about
That's
to.
everything. Yeah.
How patient were you? Were you ready to give up sometimes?
Oh man, I'm ready to give up today. But it's a beautiful thing. It's in that type of business in radio, you have to be open. You have to be patient. You never know what opportunities you might meet at the door.
Mhm.
Sure.
Depending on who you might meet. We meet a lot of people just networking, just coming to the events, just
Mm-hmm.
working for them. So it's really about what you want from it. If you want to be a radio personality at the end or a board op, it's worth putting in the work.
Were you always outspoken and would
Yes.
think that? Okay.
Yes. Honestly, I used to get it all the time. Be a personality. Like you should be on air. Like you're just so natural. You're just so good with people. So I'm just like, why not? And it's funny because if I told y'all like 6-7 years ago, I was going for child psychology. Would you believe me?
No.
Big
Really?
Oh no.
That's a big
drastic
switch.
change.
A big
ain't it?
360. Yeah.
That is a big 360.
I found out how long you had to work to get a PhD. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to change my field.
That's exactly what happened to me.
yeah.
A PhD.
It gets real.
That's funny.
All right. Well, let's hop right into some of these topics, y'all. Well, I don't know if you know that, but I'm married. Miss Chin is married, and our beautiful single Miss Kira here.
Can't find a man.
Oh my God, we did not say that.
Y'all would not do that.
We did not even say that.
Wait a minute.
Where are you standing at, Miss Lori?
I have a man.
Oh,
Okay.
I have a man. We've been together for 3 years.
Mm.
It's been
Okay.
good.
That's
Okay.
He's
That's
at
good.
I met him at the radio station.
Oh.
Oh.
She's smiling. How you smiling like that? That's so
Why
cute.
y'all say it like
We all
that?
look at
Oh.
you mad at it like,
Y'all was ready for the tea. Y'all
so
ready
I
for
need
some
to
more
find
tea.
me a man in my field. That's what you're saying.
Oh my
That's
God.
usually where you
She
find
does.
your man at work
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Grocery
at my
store?
job.
or church. There's 3 places.
Mm.
Get out of shop tomorrow.
Girl,
I can't wait
I'm
to meet her.
scared to
She
date.
be tripping.
Look.
The grocery store though?
Yeah.
You saying that?
Yeah.
The grocery store?
Yeah. Now I don't know what
At the
type of
grocery
guys
store,
you might
sometimes
find.
I be a hot mess.
But you might find you a
Girl,
chef.
that part.
That's true.
I thought I was gonna find one at Home Depot, but it ain't even happened yet.
I wouldn't try no Home Depot. I don't know.
I need a fixer upper.
Oh, that's
Oh.
I don't
true.
know.
Okay.
Okay. Might be the worst kinds.
Maybe.
That's true.
Yeah, them kind ain't. them
He said
kind-
go
yeah.
early. He said go early in the
Yeah.
morning.
Go early in the
No.
morning. Okay.
Going to
Okay.
Home Depot,
I'm
that's
taking
true.
notes.
You gonna get somebody drunk uncle.
Our producer
Hope it
said
ain't
go
mine.
early in the morning.
You know, that's true because my uncle always went early in the morning. He used to love fixing
You
up
know,
some
okay,
stuff.
but I'm at work in the morning.
No, they be there early in the morning too.
Okay, I'm going
I
to
don't know.
weekends.
Does weekends count? That's what I'm saying.
I'm
Like,
going
see,
to
look, I'm
weekends.
asking for you.
So was it the weekends? Y'all funny.
Okay.
Okay, so you said you've been in your relationship for 3 years, and it's clearly you still glowing from it because you did not
She
just
was
smile.
smiling.
You saw that. You saw that. I was like, girl.
We all look
Yes.
like, okay.
I mean, we are still
Yeah.
going strong. We are
Good.
going strong.
Oh my
I guess
God.
I could put him a little bit on blast. I guess I want to know.
A little
a
bit.
little bit of something. You can tell a
Maybe.
little.
Well, he's the producer on the Kiss FM morning show.
Okay.
And Mason and Angie Starr in the morning.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Ooh.
and it's funny because we just started off doing we worked together a lot, and then we went from that to talking about our relationships. We were both in separate relationships, and then he invited me one day to a game for his birthday. The whole day I went off saying it's not a date. It was
That's
a
how I
date.
usually go.
It was a date.
That's how I usually go.
It was
Oh
fun,
my
though.
God.
Yeah.
That's cute.
And
Y'all
that's
don't live
the
together or
history.
nothing like that.
No, we don't live together, but I would like to, but it's a lot. It's a lot going on. Life is life. You know, we
So
were saying
how-
that earlier.
How long were you single before y'all got together?
That's a great question.
Well, I
I-
think you already said it.
She
if I'm
said they
here,
both was in a relationship.
they was in a relationship when
Wait
they
a
met.
minute,
I
You ain't
wasn't
catch it.
I heard
I did not catch it. You
I
know
wasn't
what?
single too long. I was single for a few months and then we got together.
Okay.
Because I wasn't happy in my last relationship.
Mhm.
He wasn't happy in his last relationship. We both had broke up. And next thing I know, he was asking me, like, you want to come with me out here? I'm like, yeah. I'll
Thought
come.
you was
That's
on a
what
little
scared
friend
me.
date.
Thought it was.
Hey, Sean.
That's what's up. That's
Uh-uh.
no, Sean. Not today.
Yes, Sean is here.
Not today, Sean. Say no.
You should've came
It's
in
one of our
with-
guests. So I like when he came on. It was fun. What is the question I want to ask first? I want to ask you this, but I'm
Why?
gonna wait.
You
I'm
always
just
come
gonna
on me
wait.
first.
I had saw on I thought it said this on Facebook yesterday, y'all. It said something about healthy relationships are so boring. And it was so many people in the comments giving so much, like they were so serious, like it's so boring.
I heard it is,
Oh God.
but I heard it's not.
It's what you make it.
I was about, I think it's how you think of it.
It's what's boring to you. See, some people think if you're not turned up every day, that's boring. But for some people, laying on the couch, watching the movie,
Watching the
just
movies
being together,
over.
being outside, catching a little sip, riding in the car, that's a vibe for some people. So it's
Yeah.
boring to some people too.
It might be boring to some people too. Maybe they used to chaos. I don't know. That's how
That's
I saw
what
it
it
at
is.
first.
They
I was like,
used
you
to
might be
chaos.
used to a lot of chaos.
Yeah,
That boring is
maybe.
What do
So
we
what's
say a
boring?
healthy relationship is?
somewhere I can be peaceful. At.
Peaceful. Yeah.
If I can fall asleep while you right there, mouth open, slobbing, I'm in peace.
Girl, okay, for real, because I'm gonna slob. I'm
Or I
sorry.
could call you in the bathroom while I'm in there. You know what I'm saying? That's
right.
just-
If you can come in this bathroom while I'm in here,
Yeah.
this is peace.
Okay.
All right. So in these relationships, is love enough?
No.
No, absolutely
Wow.
not.
No.
Yeah. Amen.
No.
All right.
No.
Okay.
A lot of people think that, so
A lot of
How
people is
could
living
you think that though?
It's the naive ones that
Yeah.
think that.
definitely.
The young ones, mainly.
You can love a whole lot of people. I
You
love
can
pop.
love.
It's not good for me, but I love it. I'm just saying, like, how can love be enough? No.
That's why a lot of relationships is toxic the way they are now. They think that, some people don't think that you should even give up just because you love that person.
Mhm.
Sometimes you could love them and you got to let them go.
Yes.
true.
There's a lot of people surviving in relationships off love.
Yeah.
Just because
Just,
you're right. They
just
don't want
love.
to
Just
let go.
because
because
they
they
love
want to.
them.
Yeah, that's it.
Mhm.
Or because of kids. It's a lot of relationships.
Is
like
it? Do they
Oh,
stay for the
yes.
kids? Do they stay for the kids?
that. That's what a lot
I
of people
think
say.
a lot of women
Well, the
majority
women for sure.
stay in
Definitely.
relationships because of children. You
Yeah.
know, we feel like we trying to give our kids the best and a 2-parent household, but and also at the same time, we don't know that we kill ourselves in
Definitely.
that
Do.
mindset. Because it's like
Definitely.
You do.
eventually your kids grow up, move out, and you've been stuck in this misery for like 30, 40 years. That's why you got so many women that's out here 60 and 70 and they just now enjoying life.
Yeah. I
So,
agree.
Mm.
Yeah,
True.
it's sad.
Very much so. So when we was talking about is love enough, a lot of people I think they need to understand what love means to them as well too. Because you get into a situation or your relationship and it could be a strong foundation, it could be strong, but because you were happy in other areas, you think that it's time to go. And love could have been enough for that relationship. You just gotta, I don't know, I think everybody's situation is different. You need to just pay attention to what you in. I had a friend who left a marriage for, I felt like I ain't gonna say it was small because what's small to me may be big to you, you know what I mean?
Right.
But to me, I thought it was a little small on her end. But I
Small
found that she
things
started
pile
to
up, though.
I was just gonna say that. So I think now she's starting to regret it and kind of want to go back. But some of us, our pride ain't gonna let us do that most of the time neither. So she's not even gonna go that route. But she's starting to regret it. So I think
Why would you say she's starting to regret it because she can't find anyone else out here?
Maybe.
But that's a lot.
But then
That could be
not
lonely.
really
That's not really
bad.
wanting back.
You know what I'm
but I
saying?
also think it was because of a lot of dating that she's doing
It's
and
sucks.
comparing it to
Mhm.
what you
already
had.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it
That's
does
always
suck.
a problem.
It sucks. It
Yeah.
does. I can say that. I can say
Mhm.
dating from what I already had. It makes you want to be like, I should have just stayed with what I got, what I had. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
does, and
Yeah.
that's exactly where I'm stuck at.
But a lot of times we run for small reasons. We run for things that we don't know that in the next relationship, this problem might still present itself.
Mhm.
Right.
But we run from things because when things hurt, the first thing you want to do is get away from it. So it's like it's easier to walk away than to stay. It's easier
Sometimes.
it is. It's
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
easier to walk away than to stay and really fight for something, because everything gonna have bad days.
But not fighting like toxic. Like
No, I'm just
sometimes
saying
you gotta-
fighting for the relationship.
yeah,
Like sometimes that's just like when people break up. The first thing people think, what? Cheating.
yeah, definitely.
And that's not
When
always
that's
the case.
not
It's not the
always the
case.
case. Sometimes it be the smallest things that can
Yeah.
continuously push you away, like not being enough, somebody
Yeah.
making you feel like you so small, or begging for somebody time. Like these small things can steady. I just saw a post that said, you all along you thinking this one small thing pushed me away, and I've been building the Rico case.
Man,
It's like
I
one
literally
little
just saw
thing
that.
after
Girl.
little thing. Is
Your
like,
pros and cons.
how
list.
many little things am I supposed to take? 100 little things versus one big thing? I'd rather
Exactly.
get over that one big thing, and maybe if we learn from it, we can grow from it. But if it's steady, small, multiple little things just keep happening and happening and happening, somebody, oh, they slipped up, oh, I did this, that
I
matters
was
too.
told from a
Mhm.
family member, like, you shouldn't walk away from your man cheating. That's a big pill to me. Like, am I supposed to consistently let this man cheat on me? Some people think that, okay, like you said, save your relationship, fight for a relationship. I'm supposed to keep fight for a relationship. This man disrespecting me.
But when you
So,
use the word
no.
keep, that
That's
means
the
multiple
problem.
times.
Right.
So if it happened one time, sometimes it might be the way that it happened, the things that led up to it happening, and women being able to take accountability, or men. So if you could put yourself in a situation and be like, I might see why this happened or what led to this situation, then you might can forgive the person. But if they go do it again, you're gonna stay again and again and again. So when you say keep, that's two different
Yeah.
things.
So,
No.
no.
I mean, like
So
they
I-
always say, like they say, if you do it once, they're gonna do
You're
it
going to do it
again.
again. And that's just how I
Yeah.
feel. But some people say people change when they grow. I
People
don't
do
know that because I've
change.
never went back to anyone.
But
that-
that's if
So
they
people-
have to want to
I
change.
think I think it depends on the situation. It depends on your person. You really need to know that person.
You gotta know your
Oh,
person.
You got to
Yeah.
know that person.
Mhm.
I strongly feel cheat, leave if you don't know that person. But if you, I don't even know how to explain it. I just, at the end of the day, I think
I
you
was
just
just
got to
gonna
know
ask you
that
that,
person.
like-
You just got to know that person.
You got to know
And you
yourself.
need to know
too.
yourself.
Just
You
have to know
You got to
yourself.
make sure you're not prepared
gotta
to
know-
sit here and deal with something like that multiple
Right.
times.
You
too.
gotta know
that
them and
person needs to
yourself.
know you too. That you're not
Mhm.
settling for that. You know what I mean? Like if you plan to stay with that person, I think you need to see change immediately.
Mhm.
That you
Gotta
got to
set
know it's
boundaries.
serious. The boundaries got to be there.
Mhm.
All of that has to happen, and
Mhm.
be flight soon as it's not right.
But you
Yeah.
can't just say, okay, you've been with somebody for 15 years, y'all got a loving marriage, everything perfect, and then they go out of town and they go bang a girl on the beach. You can't really just say, we can say it, because I'm
You
going to
can
say
say
it
it,
right now
But
in
you
this
never know
moment.
what you would do in
But you
that
don't
situation.
know what you're going to do, because that's like a, ooh, you know what I'm saying?
hard
Like,
pill
do
to
I
swallow.
really walk away from everything that we built because of this one situation? So it all depends on knowing yourself and knowing what you can handle. You the only person that know what you can handle.
It's some
people can't
strong-minded
mentally
women out
handle
like
it.
Rashida. I don't know how she did it, baby.
Ooh,
That's
baby,
just
they been
crazy.
talking about that
I don't
all
know
day.
how she
that
did
one there,
it.
that's just crazy.
That's just crazy.
That's just
She
crazy.
said because they got a lot of businesses.
She know
together.
her person.
You ain't got no lawyer.
She know that.
Like that's you know what I'm saying. Like we
But
gonna-
again, that goes to
That's just-
a man is only gonna do what
What
you
you allow
allow
him to do.
him to
That's
do.
exactly
So if I
true, yeah.
allow you to walk all over me, you're gonna walk all over me. If
Yeah.
I allow you to disrespect me, you're gonna disrespect me. If I nip it in the bud the first time and I let you know that what you made me feel and how you made me feel is
Mhm.
not what I ever want to feel again, and you do it again, and I walk away, you shouldn't even have. It shouldn't be nothing to
I
say.
think
There's
that's
nothing to
that's the
talk
struggle.
about in that.
What you just said. I don't ever want to feel how I used to feel. So when that dating come or a man tries to, like, I get a lot of guys try to, come on to me. It's just about like, dang, do I even want to jump back in that dating scene? Because I know you posted that he didn't do it to me, and I do understand that. Everybody, that's the first thing somebody say, like, you can't treat, but it's just a trigger. I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
I think it's hard when you start a new relationship to not bring your burdens or what you felt in the last one to the next one, because you want to be treated right.
Yeah.
You
I
want
think
things
you
to
gonna
change.
take 'em.
Scared,
Right.
You
all
gonna
of that.
take all of that
Because
with
you want to set up them, set up the boundaries. You want to like, look, I need to be treated like this, and that. You
Yeah.
got to treat me like a queen. You got to treat me like
That's
you
why
care.
it's important to have that break in between.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's why it's taking a
Relationships.
long time.
Yeah, so that way you can prepare. So you won't put that baggage
But-
onto him.
but then they
That's
said
true.
don't
and you
take
won't put
too
your
long.
expectations onto him, but your expectations gonna come more of this is what I want, not what I wasn't getting, and I need you to fix what he didn't do.
Right.
Right.
This is more of what this is what I need. This is what I
Right.
require.
That's true.
You know what I mean? It's not, hey, yeah, we date this 2 dates, so this is what happened last time. And I need
Mhm.
this
And
not
that's
to
another
happen.
thing.
Yeah.
We
Don't
don't wanna
tell
do
what
that.
happened last time. Like
Yeah.
I don't know
I've
why
heard
females
that.
do that.
We
Why
should
are you
not
even
do
telling
that.
him what
Yeah.
happened?
I've heard that.
Because then they'll be trying to be like, well, I can do this for you. I can do that for you.
I've
And
heard
turn
them
around
say
and do the
that
same thing.
thing.
Exactly. They
That's
do it just to
crazy,
get you.
yes.
But then that go back to knowing your person too.
Mhm.
So everything kind of like align itself with setting your boundaries from the beginning. Like women, we have walls up. So if you have 12 brick walls up, it take a guy 12 tries to take down each wall. So to take down the loyalty wall, you got to let me know that you loyal all the time. To take down the comfortability wall, I got to be able to know that I can be here and be at peace.
Right.
So it's like you build this, but we jump into things so quickly that you don't even know somebody. You go have sex with them in 3 days, and then now you think you in love. You don't even know him. You just know what he's stroking in the bedroom. So you feel like you in love with this person, but then once you get to know him, you don't even like them for real.
Mhm.
Because you done created a soul.
Yeah, so it's like learning people, but also knowing yourself, knowing what you're gonna tolerate, what you gonna allow, and what you're not gonna allow. I know what I'm gonna allow going in.
Yeah.
I know what I'm gonna tolerate going in. So the first time that you let me know that this is not where we're going, I'm done with it. But so many people, we give so many chances and they be like, oh well, he cute. Okay, he cute, but he talk like this.
Yeah.
He got money, but he act like this.
And
So
that's a lot
it's
to
like
watch.
you letting the standard go though. If I say I'm not tolerating this, that means I can't tolerate it at all. Not just because
Not
he's
because
cute,
you cute,
not
you
just
have
because he got
money.
money. That means
Yeah.
I don't tolerate this at
At
all.
all.
And I think that's where a lot of women mess up, because we say one thing, but then we do another. I don't want a guy that do this, and this, but then you go get a guy that do it and say, but what?
Right.
But what? I don't
he
want
got
nobody
pretty
calling
eyes.
me a B,
Right.
but he called you one and you allowed it and
Yeah.
you
And
stayed.
that's a
No,
big turn off.
nip it in the
way a guy
bud right
talks
then
to
and
you.
there. And then when he do it again, that means it's over with because you don't respect me.
Yeah.
So
I think a lot of times it also, like, a lot of people just rush right into dating. I mean, like, in a
Definitely
relationship,
in a relationship,
you don't date each other. You just jump right into a relationship.
Thank you.
Okay, we've been together for 1 week. We're together.
No,
Or a
So do you think
relationship.
you should multiple date or just date? one
Yes,
person?
I think that's how it used to be.
that's
You
how it
used to be
should
able
have
to-
been.
You used to be able to fish around. You know what I'm saying, and see what you like. You
I
know,
believe in
and we don't do that anymore. We
serial
just
dating. That's because people
Date
think
one
people
person.
belong to
Yeah,
certain
and
one
that's
person.
what
I don't
I'm saying,
belong to
'cause
nobody.
everybody
I
else
gave you
some
my
guys
number. I
don't like
belong
that.
to you.
Yeah, they be like,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And they just automatically get controlling. It's just like now
That-
you're in a situation where you like, okay, do I want to be with him? I mean, he's on me hard, but I don't want to be right. Now you telling me he love me. You love me.
That's too fast.
12 days.
Exactly.
No, thank you.
That's scary.
And now
But
you like,
sometimes it do
It happens.
happen like
It happened
that.
to me. I get it.
It happen
Right.
like that.
But-
It do.
It happens. But I think the problem where it happens is because all
Yeah.
your attention is on this
it's
one
on
person.
that one person.
And you didn't even give a chance to anybody out there.
exactly.
Then you get in these situations, and then you 7 months in, and you find out that he's abusive.
Exactly.
Like, shit, you should have
Exactly.
juggled around a little bit.
Okay, fellas, y'all heard them. They said I should multiple date.
Yeah, I mean, I think you should be honest up front.
Thank you. So
I
you
think
can
you
Yeah.
should be honest up front. Like if you talking to multiple people,
say that.
they're gonna look at it like
A
a
competition.
sneak thing. Like if I'm talking to somebody and I'm single, I feel like I don't have to have my phone.
Nope.
I don't have to not have my phone on the radio. I don't have to lie about who calling me. It's my friend.
Mhm.
I'm with you. We focused on us right now, but you get a lot of women and a lot of men. They go in line. Oh, I'm the only person you talking to. I'm not the only person
No.
you talking to, because when I'm not here in your presence, your phone ringing 24/7. But when I'm in your presence, your phone not ringing. Me, I'm gonna let my phone ring off the hook. You gonna know that it's other people out there that's looking to secure this spot too. So
Let
it's
the best
almost
man
like
win.
a competition.
And
Exactly.
it's on the women's side and the men's side. It's,
And
it's
if you
supposed
go
to be that way,
in like
though.
that, may the best man win.
Exactly. 'Cause why would you want to give yourself to somebody for 7 months just to find out
That he ain't worth it.
he eats shellfish and you're allergic?
He eat butt. Nowadays they eat butt.
You know what,
I'm just
Crystal,
saying.
really?
You talking about
They eat
shellfish.
butt.
Really?
I'm just saying they is. So in 3 days, I want to be kissing you? Absolutely not. I'm just saying it's what it is now. So you
For
need
your
to
honeymoon,
you need to
somebody's eating
consider
shellfish and
these
they kiss
things.
you,
No,
and then
absolutely
my face
not.
blow up. That's what happened to my face.
Oh,
Really?
you got
My
the
husband
bump?
kissed me,
Oh.
and he ate shellfish.
And
on
you
my
allergic?
honeymoon. I looking like
Oh.
Can you
bitch.
deal with somebody like that?
I'm just
What?
deal with somebody like what?
If he ate shellfish, and
Ma'am, did you not just hear me say
She
that's
just
what
said
happened
that's
on
her
my
husband.
honeymoon? Homeboy
Her
kissed
husband.
me.
Marlon,
on
why
my-
would you do that?
Yes. I look like Hitch.
But he knew.
On my
No.
honeymoon. No, he forgot he ate it.
Did you get the
So
Benadryl?
you said it like he just did it on purpose.
I mean, we
Crystal.
just got married. He could have been trying to get life insurance.
You know what, Marlon? Let me find out. You
What up,
That's
Dante?
my
Get that down, that contract, sir. Where are you? He don't want to talk about. Okay, y'all.
One
y'all
of
funny.
our listeners said it's just more toxic people in the world than peaceful people. What y'all think about that?
I think that's true.
It is.
Because
I think
we
a lot of people are
haven't-
just dealing with
A
their
lot
own
of people
stuff.
haven't had a healthy relationship.
Yeah,
You could be married for years and not even know it wasn't even healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
true.
Or growing up not knowing what love
Look
looks
like
like.
Yeah,
that's
'cause
what
a
I
lot of
was
people
about to
don't
say.
know what
They
love
don't
look
know what
like.
love is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They never experienced true love, because even when people speak about being in love or all of the little small things, it's like, ooh, y'all gay. That's mushy. Y'all hold hands. It's like, what are you supposed to do
But that's
when
this
you in love
generation.
and you in a marriage? You can't hold your husband hand. You
Right.
can't kiss him in front of your
Wait,
kids.
let me say that.
Kiss him in front of anybody in public. I'm just saying.
That's how I know I was in some toxic relationship. Because when I went on a date, this guy tried to grab my hand, y'all. I was
Don't
like
tell me
this.
you-
Like,
See?
what is you doing? Like,
Why?
I
Here.
don't know.
But
That's
so, like I
That would've
said
been
a
me.
couple of episodes
I don't know.
before,
Okay.
it's because we're not used to that. We're not used to hugs. We're
We
not
probably
used
didn't
to
see
being touched. We didn't see it.
We didn't
So
see
it's
it.
like all of that is like, why you touching me? Like it was almost like, ugh, why you touching me? But if I'm on a date with you, you should be able to hold my hand.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's
But
like
that
a
was weird to me,
natural
yeah.
reflex.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was so
I
natural.
can
I was
relate
like,
to that.
Yeah.
I
It's
felt
like
so
a natural
bad.
reflex.
I really did that.
I literally spoke about that in my vows. Like I didn't grow up with that mushy stuff in our household. It just wasn't a thing. We didn't say I love you. We didn't hug.
Really?
We just know we did,
Me
but we
either.
didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So in my marriage, in my relationship, homeboy would want to hold my hand. I was cringing. You hear me? We outside. I'm just, oh my god, he holds my hand.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's like
Like,
a
let me
force,
go.
like a
But
force.
they
It felt
say
so
that's
forced.
a form of something.
But
though.
that
It's
was
like,
it is. But
Yeah.
for me, because I'm such a hopeless romantic, which is so odd, right? You cringed about it, but you such this hopeless romantic person.
Yeah, I used to.
I watch TV. I'm obsessed with romantic movies, right?
Ooh,
Me
me
too.
too.
So
I am too.
see,
I'm just
and
waiting
I
on my
want
dream.
so you want that, even though it cringed me, I needed to happen. So if you didn't hold my hand, I'd be like even more cringe probably.
Yes.
But
yes.
I just knew it was the right way to do. So I ain't ever like don't do it for real. But I'd be cringed out like, oh my god, he was holding my hand. This is so
Mhm.
creepy.
Like, he's
But it better
weird.
do that.
Meanwhile, you're weird because you don't think that's natural.
Right, but we don't.
See, but I knew it was natural, but it just felt
You
'cause
know, it
never
felt good,
happened.
but it felt weird because
Yes,
it's
yeah.
something that you're not used to, and it's
Mm-mm.
something that I think our children need to see.
Yeah.
That they don't
Definitely,
see. They don't see
definitely.
their mothers being loved correctly. They don't see their fathers being loved correctly. You got it on the internet now. If a little girl sit on her daddy lap, he a creep.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
That's her dad. Like, sit on your dad lap, hug him, kiss him, rub his face. Like, that's your dad. But they make everything so creepy and
And they never been loved
over
correctly by their
sexualized
father or
because they
their-
never been loved
they
before.
never been
It's like,
loved.
wait, she got on the bathing suit. They at the park with just the dad. Where's the mom? Like,
That's crazy.
Just
it's
nosy.
her
I see
dad.
it.
Just
Yeah,
nosy.
it's crazy.
It is.
Like, it's sickening.
It's weird what people think about. I'm like, how do you?
How do your mind take you there? I just
Where
said
were
that
you
to my
raised?
dad. I was like,
Just
my mind
raised
don't
you.
go there
That part.
to
Right.
these places that they mind go.
raised you.
Like,
That's
what
social
made
media.
you? It's social media.
It's
like,
social media.
I mean, even I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it, and they probably gonna be mad that I
Come on,
said it.
guys. It's always
No,
it's fine.
listen. And a lot of people might disagree with me, but the lady, this is a perfect example. And I understand why it happened. But me, as a mother, I will never see myself picking up my daughter's cell phone and reading her text messages from her dad. So the lady who discovered that whatever her baby daddy is sending her 12-year-old daughter sexual text messages is what she's saying to the internet, okay? But me as a mother, I don't think that's something that I would have ever discovered, because what in my mind would tell me that I need to read the personal conversation between my daughter and her father?
Maybe a behavior from the daughter or something when she's with her father.
That's what I want to
It had
know.
to
That's
be-
a question that
I've
I
seen that.
It had
I've
to
seen
be,
that.
yeah.
read
but I
that
know a
story.
lot of women
It
that
was
do that.
something.
Like they go
Yeah.
through their kids' text messages. They read what it's been done to me, not by my kid's father, but my stepdaughter. It's just like, how do you think that that's the right thing to do?
It's
to
something
read
that's going
that?
on with the child that they
Right.
have to. I don't
No,
see them.
some
just
women
women
trust
just
it.
some
bitter
women.
and want to
But-
create problems, and you went looking for something, and then you woke up a whole, because it's a he's.
They say God's timing, so
But
maybe that was a timing
he's
for her to find that.
practically, so he's saying
Yeah.
that's not him.
Mm.
It's what he's saying. Basically,
She
the
put
number,
another name up under
another
their daddy.
name under dad.
Well, we do call these men's daddy and zaddy.
But
Oh,
we talking
yeah, we
about
don't know.
but we talking about a
God.
12-year-old.
Right. But I
So
don't know.
I just want to
did
know,
see
as a
it.
mother, y'all are
So
mothers.
was that
Yeah.
true?
Would you
So
go
it-
through your daughter's
so
text
I think-
messages through
So
her,
I think
her
today's
dad?
time.
Oh, through her dad? No.
Yes.
Me, no.
So no, I don't think I would go through their messages together.
So
But
how
I
else
also
would you
think-
know?
No, so I also think maybe the mindset wasn't going into the message to see what them two are doing. Maybe it was
To see what they're even talking
maybe
about.
No, I'm saying maybe she didn't trust the child and she wanted to see if she could find this or that. Maybe they had a conversation. Maybe you're not trusting the daughter and you're like, let me see what she told him because I'm gonna go off on her. Maybe you wasn't thinking about that and you just stumbled upon what you did.
Right.
Maybe
I mean,
she wasn't thinking about it in that way.
I
It's
don't know,
just
it's
a
just
thread
like-
I just wouldn't open.
I'm dead. Yeah, I mean,
But that was a good thing she did.
I mean, it
open
is.
Yeah.
That's why
You know,
I said
yeah.
that's exactly why I said what I said in the beginning. I was against that. But I guess it's like now it's
just
so
never
much
know.
creepy things going on. But
And it's
again,
always a family
with me
member now.
saying my
Yeah.
mind don't go there, what would take my mind to say that I need to read the text thread between my 12-year-old and her dad? We're not talking about a 5-year-old that you got to translate for, or we talking about a 12-year-old. So to pick up the phone and read that thread, what I just want to know. That's a
It
question
got to be
that
something
I
the
have.
daughter was demonstrating. It
I
had to be
heard-
Maybe she
something.
didn't
I
trust
did
her
read
and
it.
went through the phone.
Now, if we talking about the same people, the same two people, I did read it. I read the messages and I
You read
post.
the messages, okay?
I did. I'm thorough.
Mhm.
I'm thorough.
Me too. I was thorough. I was all in.
I seen that the daughter sent the mama these screenshots. She screenshotted them and sent it to her mama. Now the daddy was saying like, don't send it to nobody, delete these messages
Mhm.
and everything.
Oh, that one y'all
Yes,
talking
Yeah,
about.
Yes.
And I was just like, dang, this is. At first, it didn't seem weird, but then as you read on,
As you read
you can
on,
tell-
it got weirder
yeah,
because the more stuff they said, the more he wanted her deleted.
right.
So my thing was, as a
Mhm.
mother, what give you that to say I need to go through the thread
Well, I
between
just-
So
my
was this
child?
I agree
and
with
her
you. I just hope
father.
it was
I go
God
off
in
of-
that moment.
yeah, I
I
go
hope
off
it
of-
was just
like
God's
what?
I
timing,
go off of body
Yeah.
language.
Yeah, that part.
I go
That's
off
what
of
I'm
body
saying. It got to be
language.
something your daughter was demonstrating.
If
Or
she
maybe
got
it was just
comfortable,
God's timing.
Right, she
Like,
make a little comment about daddy. Daddy a little. I don't want to go over daddy house today.
yeah,
Then
that's
I'm
something
like,
that makes
why
you
not?
look at the kid different.
Why not
Yeah,
go over daddy house?
I really want to know,
And
because
we
it's
have
like
women's intuition. Something
that's a
was told.
thread
Yes.
that you just wouldn't read, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
thought
purposely just go
so.
look for it. If nothing is
Right.
happening. No.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
You
same.
wouldn't
My
think
son,
of
he
it.
has a tablet, and his dad, he communicates with his dad all the time off this tablet, and I don't look at it
Right.
all the time. But if my
Right.
son ever gave me
The indication. That's what I'm
impression,
saying.
yeah.
Like,
that
what would
something
be
was wrong,
Yeah.
what
then I'm
would
like,
come
let me
off
read
as a
this.
parent to be
Right.
like,
It
I
gotta
need
be.
to read that
Mhm.
between her and now. In the beginning, he mostly talked about smoking.
Yes,
He's gonna give her some weed,
which was weird enough. 'cause
which
he's
was
12.
weird enough. Which was in the beginning, I was kind of believing the dad that it wasn't him, because it was like
Mhm.
too much of trying to put weed on her. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, I got the weed, I'm gonna get the weed, I'm gonna get the weed.
That's how you buy kids.
But what
Mhm.
indicated that this may really be her dad that she's talking to is he said something about when everybody else sleep, as if everybody else was in the house,
Mhm.
and he said he don't want them to pick up on bad habits, the other kids. So it was
Mhm.
just like, No,
But see,
he's
that's
lying.
another thing too. Would you believe
Yeah.
your kid, or
Of
you gonna
course.
believe that dad?
Absolutely, I'm gonna
Not
believe
even
my
a second-
child
not
because
even a
I don't
second
think
thought.
a kid can phantom. I mean, they can, but to that extent of sending the screenshots, the stuff that was deleted, and going to that little girl really did an investigation for her
Yeah.
mama
Yeah.
herself.
Mhm.
But I'm just saying, as a mother, like to say, oh, I need to read the text messages between
I
another
mean, I get
parent.
what you're saying.
It's
though.
like
it is some messy
it's a,
females out
no,
here.
it's a scary thing.
It's scary.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
That
It's
was a
scary
good thing
to
that she
feel
stopped
like
that dang old stuff.
we got to check behind everybody.
Everybody.
Sad.
It's sad.
It's
It is.
That's the
behind
world
everybody.
we living in.
Like,
Yeah.
and
That's
I
the
just
world
want to
we
know,
living
like,
in.
what
Yeah.
would get like? Let me read the messages between
I
you
have
and your
one daughter,
daddy.
and I never let her spend a night nowhere. And it
Oh, I
wasn't
don't do
because
spending the
you
night.
know, it just wasn't because I didn't trust. It was just that this no.
You
No,
know,
If
it's
anything
because
was
you
to
don't
happen to my
trust.
kids,
Right.
It's the trust.
do you know who that fall on? That guilt. That
Yeah. Yeah.
Trust.
so just imagine how her mom,
That's her dad.
Right.
her mom feel though about
Right.
it.
And that's weird. It's the same thing. My son is 8, and I have not. He has not spent. If it's not family, but then still, you got to be careful
And
with
you
family.
gotta be family with.
But-
Yes.
Because it's
Normally,
always
that's the
somebody
only place
close.
they go.
Yeah.
He hasn't been over no friends' houses.
Mhm.
But
Oh.
back then, that's all we knew. I
Yeah,
spent
that's
night
all.
at my
Yeah,
friend's house
me
every
too.
week.
But not these days. These
I
days,
didn't.
I always
Okay.
had company.
I always.
My mama didn't want me to go nowhere.
I
She
never
said,
spent
come
the
over here
night.
as much as you want.
Man, I was
I had
always
all the
gone.
company.
But I went to church every Sunday. So I used to always be at their house, at my friend's house for choir practice. I'll be over there. And then after that, I'll be at my friend's houses, and my mom be like, okay. But it's like once they meet your family, your mom and everything, they'll feel more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I used to think
Oh.
that, but now with the way stuff going, I'd be like, the mask is on 24/7, and they don't come off till you go to bed. So
Yeah.
therefore,
People are
spending the
crazy.
night now, I just think it's like just
It makes
it's
sense
out
now.
of
What
the
our
question.
parents used to
Yeah.
say it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch gears for a second because we went down mommy lane.
Yes,
It's
we
hard.
did.
It's hard.
It's hard not to.
What does accountability look like when you have to acknowledge something in your own life that went wrong because that was your fault? So something that went wrong in your life, your fault totally, and you got to take accountability for that. I'll go first. I'll say something like, I've had to take accountability for my own emotions and my own hurt because it comes with a lot of forgiving people who was never supposed to be forgiven, a lot of grace given to people who never deserved it.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't put blame on other people no more for what certain things went wrong in my life that I allowed to happen, even if it did come from them. You know what I mean? Like, I did that. I allowed way too much grace and way too much comfortability. What's the word? I allowed people to get too comfortable. Friends, family, whoever, you know what I mean? I just allowed too much of that. So I had to take that accountability because it looks like you've caused a lot of your own pain because you didn't put enough boundaries where they should have been.
Definitely. But we don't learn that till you get older.
You don't
really learn that till
you know,
get older.
and then sometimes you know it, but you're not practicing it.
Yeah.
You know, that's why they always say, I hate when people
And
say
sticking to it.
you can't teach me nothing because you ain't doing this yes you can.
Yes, you can.
You know, you can talk from pain and hurt. I'm teaching you what I should have been telling myself. You know what I mean? So that's for me. I definitely should have put up more boundaries and stepped my foot down a lot. A lot of people.
Yeah.
I would say mine would be from toxic relationships. I was very gullible, thinking that the person would change, like you said, if they consistently doing the same thing. But like I said, I was young and I thought love was this. You know, I wasn't taught. I don't think anyone's taught how to be in a relationship.
Oh no.
You know, I wasn't taught that. So I don't, and I don't know too many that is taught. This is what you do. I've never seen that, and I'm just gonna be real with that. I wasn't taught that, so I felt like when a man said he loved me and he bought me a little something, that was love, you know. So I would say that was that's it. That's me. The accountability of that. I have to take out. I allowed that, and I allowed him to keep coming back and keep hurting my feelings more and more until I couldn't do it no more.
Taking accountability is also realized because it ain't them.
Right.
It's me.
It's me. I didn't put my foot down.
It, right?
Yeah.
The root of it. Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if I had to choose,
Trying to be a down chick.
Look, we all do it.
Why do we do that?
We ride
Trying to be a rider.
Because we want that same affection.
We
Yeah,
are nurturers.
and we never get it back.
Right.
We are
aim for that.
nurturers.
Yes. If I had to pick one, I would have to say communication for me. I have to take accountability for that because my partner I'm with now, he's amazing. He communicates very well, but me, I can't reciprocate that, and I don't know why. And I know it's happening. Like, you know, when you in the moment of it, when you know you just having this funky attitude, you need to fix it. I just can't shake it, and I know that I need to do better with that. And then I'll be quiet. I won't say nothing. So
that is me. Why do we do that? Go silent. That's so,
I don't know how to do that.
But I'm gonna say
I learned that.
It's hard
because you don't want to argue with nothing, so you're trying to just calm the situation down.
Coping mechanism.
Yes.
And you just say, like, let me just, I'm gonna take a minute, and then when I'm
not
ready,
even knowing that's affecting them more because they like you're not communicating with me.
And then I'm just like, okay, I shut down.
Yeah,
right.
Shut down.
Yeah.
I was like, no, that's not good.
That's not good. Every time I'm like, I always have to come back and apologize. But that's one thing I like that I can do. I will admit when I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, you know what? I am sorry. I should have did this a little differently, but I just couldn't control it.
Yeah.
But I just hate that I'm that way because he's so great. But in my past relationships, I didn't have to communicate like I have to now. So it's just like, okay, he wants this for me. Right? He doesn't want much, but yet for me, it's so hard to deliver that. And I'm like, okay.
Gotta get it.
I can do that. I can at least do this.
Oh,
Yeah.
Come on, Jen.
Because I know you was a hard book. You told me.
Most definitely.
She was like, he had to break down the walls.
Was a hard book, but I'm gonna switch it from the relationship and say take accountability as a parent and learning that your kids is a reflection of you. So I'm gonna say my tone, like I'm a yeller. I've been told y'all that I talk loud. I talk aggressive, but I'm passionate about things I talk about. So when I'm speaking, I come off in a tone, but to watch that from your kids and see other people looking at it and thinking like, oh, they disrespectful or that they talk to you in a manner when I know that this is just the way that they communicate and looking at it in a self-reflection. Cause like I told y'all, my daughter is like my mirror because I see the parts of myself that need to be worked on. So it's like, okay, well, they yell because I yell. They talk like this because I talk like this. So it's like trying to work on that and then being in a relationship with somebody who's soft-spoken and in a soft tone. So it's like learning how to check yourself and know like, okay, let me relax some because I can turn up a bit. So
I can relate to that because, you know, I'm a aggressive talker. Mainly when I'm upset. I'm upset. Yeah, if I'm upset and agitated, that's when I become more of an aggressive talker. Outside of that, I'm real, I don't even want to say that, but I am. I guess I could be a real a-hole because
you do seem like you're a little aggressive. You
look like the abusive one. Why would you say that?
Marlon, wink your eye.
Marlon, like it double tap twice if you need help.
Oh my God. Y'all so irritating. I was going to say I'm more sarcastic. So if I'm not upset, like how you was just saying, like when your kids are a reflection of you. Don't you hate that a little bit though?
I do.
I see the part of you that you don't even like because they're doing it. And when my kids do something like that, especially the little sarcastic things they do, it boils my soul. And that's me all day. So I just be trying to work on that too. Like,
I don't like the way my daughter deals with her emotions, and I know that's for me. I'm like, yes,
you see it
from
them, but then also they'll call you out. You know, these kids, they'll be like, well, you know, you said that, or you know, you did it. Yeah. And back then, we was taught that that's a form of disrespect. I don't think it's a form of disrespect. I think it's a form of calling us out on things that
Freedom
we can be wrong as well. Like, well, you ain't have to talk to me like that. And then it's like, okay, then you learn to check your tone. Like, all right, I did just go in there,
your kids
turn
say that
up.
To you?
Yeah, like
I love that. We were taught
went in
not
there,
to say anything
up.
back to our parents back in the day.
I love that. My mother gets real lost when she come to my house and sees that type of stuff happening. She just be
everybody thinks my kids is
they're not disrespectful. We tell each other how we feel,
and they be like, everybody think it's a problem, but it's not really a problem. It's them expressing what they feel, and I get in a moment where I can say, I don't care. You know, I can get there, but sometimes I listen to it and be like, okay, and I take heed to what they saying, and I don't think it's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of people, they look at it like, oh, they disrespectful, or they And it's like, no, they not. They have feelings.
Yeah.
And they can also articulate what they feel, and we never knew how. We held all that in. We
We
go in
did.
a room and cry. They're gonna tell you
Yep.
why they hurt,
Yep.
what hurt their feelings, and what make them feel like
Yeah.
that. And I don't like to shut that down. Just like with boys, it'd be like, oh, stop crying, you a boy. I'd be like, no, he can cry.
Yeah.
Let him
Yeah, I
cry.
have to
His
check
feelings
myself
hurt.
on saying that
Yeah.
to my baby.
His
sometimes.
feelings is hurt, and it's okay for his feelings to be hurt. Just
True.
because he a boy don't mean that his feelings got to be put in the box.
Right.
But that's what we was taught. So it's like
That's just
trying
as
to
you
break
mature.
those.
Like we say, like you do something bad and you
curses.
think about it like, dang, I could have went about this a different way. Sometimes
Mhm.
it takes me a day or two. Like, yeah, I shouldn't have said that to my baby because these kids are more emotional than we
Than
were.
we
Oh my
are.
God,
Yeah.
they
They are
can't handle
very
half of the
emotional.
stuff.
And
And we be like,
creating
y'all
that space
weak.
for them to
Yeah.
be. We didn't have that space.
Oh my
No,
God,
we didn't.
It's
Yeah, I
it's
think it started with the
definitely-
internet. They was able to vent there, and now,
And
we're
now
open
they
to letting them
open
vent here
to
with
venting.
us.
And
We
I
just
don't
didn't
think
have
there's
that.
nothing wrong with that. I think that's what's wrong with a lot of people. We shield in all of our feelings instead of pouring them out. If somebody do something to you that you don't like, tell them that they made you feel some type of way. I tell my husband all the time, I can't hold my feelings in. It'll kill me.
But then they call us over emotional.
But I
you
can't
can
do
say all
that.
you
I
want. I
can't
gotta let it out.
hold
I
my
don't
feelings in.
understand
I
that.
have to say exactly what I'm feeling, and I have to let somebody know what they made me feel.
Mhm.
If I don't, I won't talk to you.
Yeah.
I will
You shut
literally
down.
shut down,
And
and
then
I
we
won't.
just say that.
It'll be like we never existed to each other because something inside of me is burning that I need to say to you.
Mhm.
And if I feel like it's gonna create a problem, I'd rather just dismiss it, not talk about it, and it just
That's
be
what we
over
just
with.
said.
But then that
And
relationship
that's messed up.
is dead too.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
that's not effective communication.
It's not.
I'm learning that.
Yeah.
With the help of therapy.
You
But-
just said that.
Yeah.
You just said that. That shut down is
Very much
crazy.
so.
Like you say, it's also not it's not a manual for
It's
parenting
not.
either.
It's
no
not.
handbook. If only
It's
we
not.
had that,
It's
but-
No.
And it's like
We
with
were
my
never
son,
taught this.
I'm trying to learn. Like when I yell and I get upset with him, I go back and I talk to him and I explain to him why I had to cuss him out.
And you
Look,
have
I had to come at you like this because
Yep. Give
you
them
was
a
on
reason.
10 and you was
Yeah.
this
This
and
is why
that.
this happened.
This is why it
That's
happened.
healthy.
Yeah, and
It
it helps
is.
him realize, like, okay, well, mom, I didn't know that. Or I know you felt that way. Okay, well, that's what I'm telling you. That's why I reacted. I came at you like a I came at you hard.
And we
because-
don't be want to yell at them, but they just be
Right.
like,
and it's just it just be so tedious. And I'm like, okay, go sit your, you know what I'm saying? Now
so
come back and
dude, that gentle parenting, I don't know. It,
It
just
don't
don't
work.
work.
it don't work for us.
But you know what?
For
Ayana
us,
on Ayana Fix My Life, she said that for us, our parents hid everything. If they was into it, they went off.
Yes.
You didn't see it.
My mama was that. Mhm.
If grandma was into it with auntie, they didn't talk about it. They swept everything under the rug. Everything was a secret.
Yeah.
Nothing was talked about. Now everything is out in the open, spoken about. And the older generation, they can't understand that. They can't understand how we come on this podcast
Yeah.
and talk
They say we too
and,
loud.
and,
Outspoken.
and talk
talk
about
too
things.
much.
Our business.
And it's
Yes.
like, no, y'all held everything in and
Yeah.
y'all suppressed everything. And that's why everybody was just,
We
I
talk
feel
about
like,
you, mama.
yeah.
She's probably sitting there watching right now.
I'm
And that's
just
why a
saying
lot
that-
of people on these podcasts
Yeah.
are scared to even do a story time because we're judged.
Yeah.
We're labeled. We're
Yeah.
we're
Everywhere.
screenshotted. We're sent to this
You
person. Like,
told
look
to
what this
suppress your
look at this
feelings,
dummy. I
though.
told you know, it's so you're stuck between a rock sometimes. You be like, do I really want to say it or do I just want to
I'm
sweep it up
saying
under
it
the
now.
rug?
I don't
Look,
care.
I finally got to that.
I got to the point where I
I
literally
have.
do not care.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not.
have.
I'm not sparing other people's feelings for
Mhm.
the sake of my own. No more. I'm not doing it because
Mhm.
that's what you do when you suppress how you feel to battle somebody else's. It's like, I'm gonna make me feel bad to make you feel good. No, I want to make me feel good. So if you doing something to make me feel bad, if I don't tell you, how else would you gonna know? If you call me, oh, yo, little, when I was growing up, skinny ass, because I was skinny, people think that don't bother you. Just like
does,
people think
yes.
it don't bother somebody when they call somebody big.
yes,
It do.
It
But
does.
if you don't say nothing, how would they know it? So if
Mhm.
I say, don't call me skinny, people will look at it like, that's disrespectful. No,
Mhm.
it's not. Don't call me that.
Right.
If I say, oh,
The older generation
if
would
you
look
say
at that
call
way.
somebody
Yeah.
Nunu and they
Mhm.
50 years old and they tell you they don't want to be called Nunu no more,
Respect
don't
their
call
boundaries.
them that.
Exactly.
It's like, if I'm telling you something, just go with what I'm telling you, or don't talk to me
Because you don't
at
want me
all.
calling you something.
Exactly.
know?
But
Mhm.
we filter everything. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, don't say that because it's gonna hurt their feelings. Oh, well, they ain't give a
Those
damn
are-
about my feelings.
And that's the thing. They don't want it. They don't care about yours.
But you supposed
But
to
you're
care
supposed to
about
care about theirs.
I'm not no
like,
more.
come on, make it make sense.
Mm-mm.
Those are those generational curses that I love to break when we do
Yes.
this podcast. Those are the ones I love talking about. Those uncomfortable conversations
Mhm.
Yeah.
that we are not allowed to talk about, but that's what I like to talk about
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's what's deep and dug under and hidden and covered up for no reason.
Yeah.
So that's that. But question.
These questions.
I mean, it's probably the last one. We're almost there. What's something you want for Black women? I'll go to you first, Lori. What is something you want for Black women?
I want grace.
Mhm.
I love
want,
it.
I
I love
want
it.
grace for Black women. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like
I
we get
love
that
it.
enough.
We don't.
I feel like we're harder on each other
Mhm.
because we expect more. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, we can do better than this. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like we need more grace. It's necessary because it's just like, how are we supposed to grow? You know what I'm saying? We all need to team up with each other. We need to be
Yes.
backing each other up.
Yes.
Growth is within all of us.
Mhm.
And it's all of us coming together,
Yes.
making it work.
Yep.
So I think that's what we need.
That's
That's what I would say.
Ah,
For sure.
top
That was a
answer.
good one.
There we go.
That was a good one.
It was real
Yeah.
needed. We
Yeah.
do.
We need that.
I agree.
Because we break each other down too
Yes,
much.
we
And I
do.
don't get that.
Over the littlest things.
Over the littlest things.
It's
It could
so
be their
annoying.
clothes.
It's
It could be what she
crazy.
said. It could
A
be
man looked at you.
a man look you responded to this man he married.
Right. And I didn't even know he was married. Like,
Let's
what
tear
the
her
hell?
down. Like,
Take her down.
right. We
That's
don't follow her. Don't support her. Like, we need to do more coming together.
Somebody
Uplift
just
this Black
said
woman.
Mhm.
The perfect answer.
What?
Yep, that Grace is a good one. So I wish we could get along.
Get along better.
I do.
Like
too.
that was my answer
Yes.
because it's like for me, and I'm gonna use myself as an example. I feel like I be judged walking in. It's almost as if people expect you to not have a certain aura about yourself.
Mhm.
People expect you not to think highly of yourself. People
Mhm.
expect you to downplay yourself. People expect you to put yourself in a box.
Right.
And it's like, why do I have to put myself in a box in order to walk in this room? Why I can't walk in this room with my head held high, feel like I am that girl without people looking at you and be like, oh, she thinks she all that, or she
And
why I
it's
just
always
can't be like,
us.
oh, she
Mhm.
cute, or she got herself together,
Yeah.
or it always have to be negative. It's like if you don't come with your head held down, or you don't look like you been through the struggle, it's like it's always a problem presented. Like
Yeah.
you can just walk in there and it be like, oh, such they don't like you, and it's like, how? They don't even know me.
Oh.
Majority of the people, like I hear it all the
See
time,
how
like,
we
oh,
often
such and
relate.
such, I work with this person, this person. Oh, they said they don't like you.
Yeah.
How? Like I haven't saw this broad since I was 12. What did I do to you at 12 that you
And
still
they still hold
remember?
on to that. And I
Like
just forgot to
I have
hold.
not saw
That's
y'all.
what it is.
Half of the people that
That's
it's like
what it
I
is.
haven't seen them in like 20 years, and it's like you still
They
don't like
still
from
remember
8th
that.
grade.
Hey, how do you
Like
know?
did I steal your boyfriend?
Yes,
And I'm
you
pretty
did.
sure I didn't because I had the same two like literally all my life. If you know me, you know this. So I didn't steal your man, honey. If your man was looking at me, I can't control that. Like I promise you, I didn't text him, message him, like him, or any of that. So it just be like,
Yeah, it's
what
weird.
be the problem? It's like stop doing
It's
that.
so
I like both of
it's so
y'all.
sad.
Just-
It's weird
just
when they
And when
wait.
you say that, it's been so many years ago. Y'all don't even.
It's
baby,
people in
ain't
high
seen
school
me
that
since
still
I
don't
was
like-
12,
that
baby.
part.
It's crazy the
And
way
it's
to
like-
look back. The
crazy,
way
yes.
for you to look back, like who does
And you
that?
come up to them like, hey,
I don't
they
even
look
be
at you like,
remembering. I
I
promise
listen,
y'all
so
I
listen.
don't.
So
I be like,
listen,
damn,
was
I
just
know
about to
her.
say what Gia said.
Shit, I
don't
didn't even know I
remember.
know her.
Listen, this happens to me way too often.
Too often. For
When I
me.
say too often, I'm over it. I'm so tired of running into women, and I forget that we had an issue. And I'm just, hey, how you doing? She
and they still
Looking
hold
at you.
on to it.
we got it.
I
Yeah.
didn't remember.
Yeah.
Happy to see
I
them. You
swear I
ain't
don't
seen them in
remember
20
in
years. Like, hey,
years.
girl, when they looking at you.
I don't have
And I be
major
like,
okay,
issues. My
right.
thing is, I don't have major beef with nobody.
Yeah.
So if you still hold on to something for me about that,
That's
something weird.
Something
with
wrong with
Yeah.
you.
I don't have nothing big at all will make us
On the
hate each
air
other forever.
right now. I don't have it.
Nothing.
Nobody.
It's nothing.
I don't have. I don't know. I
Didn't
got
even
this
think
one.
about
I
you.
might.
You know what I'm saying?
Just one though. You know, we share baby daddy, but
All right, what you, come on, Kira.
I
What is
would
something-
say,
That's funny.
For real,
I
for
snuck
real.
that
Look,
in. Look,
yeah,
we share,
yeah.
we share baby daddy. I
That
got this
part.
one, but if you
That
ain't
part.
her, you know,
That's the only.
Y'all is crazy.
goodness.
I agree
Kira,
with
what
both
is
of
something you
y'all.
want for-
But I'm big on respect.
Okay, you
Respect.
want respect for Black women.
Respect.
I love that.
Respect each other.
Mhm.
Respect because, respect my boundaries. Respect that just because you put up with something, I don't have to do that same
Oh.
decision.
Mm.
Respect it. Respect because I raised my kids that you ain't raised. It's just
It's so
respect
many
all across the board. There's so
things.
much that come with respect. So respect me, and I'm gonna respect you.
Mhm.
And a lot of people don't know that respect goes a long,
A long
way.
way. And you don't have to like somebody to respect
At
them.
all.
You don't.
That's mine. I'm big on respect.
I love
Respect.
that.
It's true.
Why y'all staring at me?
It's your turn.
We waiting.
We waiting on you now.
You talking about why y'all staring at me? Mine was short.
We waiting.
Respect.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Something I want for
The,
Black
the South is
women.
better, yes.
I'm like a clap for Kira. Respect. Something I want for Black women. I just want our mental to be okay.
Oh, that's a
Ooh.
good
I feel
one.
like we struggle a lot.
We struggle so
Yes,
much.
we do.
In a lot of ways.
Yes.
In too many ways.
And
Mhm.
silently.
Silently.
Silent.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
I cried in the car yesterday.
Girl,
Yeah.
okay. I swear.
How
In
many
the bathroom,
I-
baby, in the
I-
bathroom.
I was doing
I know
laundry.
parents get it. I know mothers get it.
In the bathroom.
In the shower, at work, on the way. Like, yes.
When your back is against the wall. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You just need that little moment. You don't want to run
Yeah.
and talk to
No,
nobody, explain
don't.
nothing. You just want to let it out, and then you good.
Yeah.
I let my cry out. I went home. I was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I understand that all of that when we do that, it's a healthy for some while, but
It's
I just
very healthy.
it's so much on the Black women. I really just want our mental to be okay.
Therapy.
And be okay
Therapy.
with accepting therapy
Yeah.
because so
Yes.
many women
It's
are
not
like, I don't
against
need it,
it.
or
Yeah.
men,
They
I
don't
don't
think
need
they
that.
need it.
right?
Mhm.
I
It's
don't
the
need
best
that.
thing
Especially a lot of
ever.
couples. When we go to
Yes.
therapy for, we already
Oh.
married. Like,
Oh
it's
my
a
God,
lot
yeah.
of people that I know that does that.
Yes.
Got it. I think it should just be do it all year
Yeah.
round.
Yeah.
Twice a year at least, something.
Mhm.
I feel like you shouldn't even have to have problems to go to therapy.
You
Even if
don't
you
have to have problems.
And that's
to
what a
go
lot
to
of people
therapy.
think something got to be wrong with you. For you to go to
Right.
therapy.
Like you don't
Listen,
need
life
something
is
wrong.
hard.
Yeah.
Learning how to process your own feelings
Exactly.
and emotions
Yes.
is enough.
I agree with that.
Like, why am I crying? I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, what is going on?
right.
I told
Everything
you,
can
It's
be.
a name
They
for that.
think it's
girl.
like you gotta be having money problems or man problems, and it's not none of
I
that.
told you I be
Like,
self-diagnosing myself every
girl,
time I
that-
think something wrong.
or looking at your kid and realizing
though.
one day you won't be here. Like I
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
things like that. Like
That
I
is
go in
what
there and
caused
just look
my
at my
Talk
baby
about-
and
Make
be
it-
like,
yeah.
baby, she 5.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, girl, you
That's
ain't
my
gonna
life.
be here. You ain't gonna like. I do that, and it's just
That is my life.
it's a lot. It's a lot.
So I think
We go
that-
through
that's
a lot.
what-
It's a
Not
lot.
saying that men don't.
No,
They do.
but
Not
the
saying
question
they
is
do.
what we want for Black
Yeah.
women.
Yes.
Right? Because we know this.
I
house
But
is-
you know how it is to turn around. Like, look
I
at
know.
me.
Yeah.
But don't worry. The men, when they take
Look,
over
we
the
know-
podcast, they'll be
we
able to
love
take
our
care of
men.
that.
We love our Black men.
Our Black men.
Yes.
And we know it's men mental
Health.
health.
Yeah.
Yes.
month.
Yes.
So
Men
it's
mental
important.
health
Okay.
month. It
It's
is
important.
important.
It is.
Exactly. That's okay. Shout out to our men.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't you
Yes.
what's up?
We wasn't
love
leaving
you.
y'all out.
We love
We're
you.
just talking about women. So yeah, that's what I want for our Black women. I definitely want our mental just to be okay. I didn't, feel that. I ain't gonna say I didn't feel that way, but as I got older, I realized how much more weight is on you. You think about
Definitely.
things that are small, they're not small.
They're not.
They're
No.
not.
It's so big.
It's
No.
so big.
It's so big.
No.
And
I could say my parents held down. Like, you know how these
Man.
bills is. You ain't know that junk when you get older. You be thinking like, my
Mm-mm.
mama them rich. They got
I was just telling my daughter that.
That's a lot.
they hid that from us, so they don't know that. I ain't think
That's
they had
true.
these many bills. You get older, you be like, well, where is these bills at?
I don't
Mama
have
know?
that either. It's on the
Like,
I was
refrigerator.
about to tell you.
The
Oh,
mortgage, the
I got a
lights,
list,
the gas.
I got a
the
whole list.
It's
I tell
on the
my kids.
refrigerator. Tread lightly.
I'm like,
That's
hold
what
on,
I
we
tell
can't do
them.
that this month. Wait,
It's funny because I'm telling you, my mama really humbled me because I'm like, okay, they never
Yes.
told us nothing was
they
wrong.
never.
I tell my son, Mama broke.
Yes,
I can't afford that right now. I need money. I need money to
I'm
survive.
heavy on saying I can't
I
afford
said,
that right
listen,
now.
we are again that generation that's just taking it. You told us we're gonna be honest with these kids, or we
Okay.
telling them everything.
And
Oh,
back
I'll be
then, we
honest.
didn't have to worry about it because
Yeah.
they wouldn't tell us nothing.
But you know what? We be too honest
Yeah.
sometimes. My 7-year-old went to school like, my mama ain't got no money for this.
Listen,
Like my son be looking at the price like, oh, that's too much.
I know we're about to go for the
Yeah.
end this, but listen, y'all
Yeah.
MJ, we'll do this. I tell him, I'm too honest with him, right? But I gotta be careful with that one. So now he embarrasses Tyree when they go out in public because she drives now. She taking places with her.
Oh.
They in the store and he'll ask for something. He just like, if you don't even have enough money, you can just tell me. I know mama said we was broke already. And she told me she didn't have no more
MJ.
money this month. And boy, she's just like, Mom, can you stop telling him we broke?
See?
Because he's telling the whole
Right.
world,
He
like
telling
he
everybody.
outside. Mom, can I get this? Or are you broke today? Whoa.
These kids will humble you, honey.
No,
He does
you
it.
broke.
Are you broke today?
Yeah.
That's his thing.
See, my son do the same
I
thing.
can't.
He say that, and then he'll say, "My dad is rich.
I
My
swear
dad
they
is rich."
think that
Let me ask my dad for some money.
Mhm. Sure.
Let's go to ask your daddy. Yeah, ask him for some extra. Ask him for extra for me.
Sick people, sick kids. It's like, okay, I'm
What's
just playing.
the
But-
closing
Um,
thing of today?
we are
I-
not going to
I
close
got
with a
one.
topic.
No, not a topic.
Oh, you got a closing message?
Because we talked about it.
All right.
Accountability. Like
Okay.
Okay.
if a lot of people start taking accountability or even knowing what accountability looking like for one thing, like how we just said we
Yeah.
was responsible for one thing, if you do that one time a week and just be like, okay, this week, this is one thing that I know that I can change or work on for myself,
Mhm.
that's your own therapy.
Yeah.
That's your own self-healing. Like just one thing, even write it down. Like, okay, this one thing that I know I done heard this multiple times, so it's a pattern. If I change this one thing, it can be better. And like I told you, mine's and I go.
I know what
I told-
mine
but
is.
that's mine
I
too.
go mute
Shut
in a minute
down.
now, baby.
I know what mine is.
Learning how to not say nothing.
I
I
need
can't
to
even
stop
say
it.
it.
I gotta stop
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Silence is golden.
No, you
That's-
can't be
and
quiet.
that's
You
what we
gotta
think.
talk.
That's what we think. Silence is golden. I ain't gotta argue with you. I ain't gotta go
I
back
ain't
to what
saying
we just
nothing.
went through. Yeah.
I talk for a living. I'm not saying not one word. Okay,
And
I'm
that-
just gonna give you a look. Let's get a stare.
Right.
You heard what I said.
Looking at the person like, is you okay? Meanwhile,
I
is
agree.
you okay?
We all should do that. I know what mine is already. We're gonna see what happens. But thank y'all for tuning into the podcast
You too
tonight.
nice.
We are
Sorry.
you too nice.
Sorry, go ahead.
I got you.
Yeah,
Thank y'all for tuning
yeah.
into the podcast. We on Wednesdays, every other Wednesday, maybe a couple other Wednesdays, but just know it's on a Wednesday.
Most
And
definitely.
then we want to
Yeah.
thank Miss Lori Mack for
Yes.
helping us
Thank
tonight. We
you.
appreciate you. Catch her on 105.1 Bounce Detroit on Saturdays from 3 to 7.
Yes.
Thank y'all for tuning in with us, and
And
we'll
come back
see
and
y'all
visit
next
us.
Wednesday.
I will.
See you
So
next
much
week.
fun. Peace.
Bye, y'all.